Everyone finally discovers the truth that the rat was the one who cooked all the delicious food the customers loved. They also realize he had been hiding under Linguini's hat the entire time. He asks them to help so they can serve the customers' orders, but all the chefs are shocked by what they hear and decide to leave. Even Colette walks away and abandons him. Linguini is devastated, left completely alone with no one to support him. So he leaves Remy and goes into the office. Meanwhile, Colette is shown crying at a traffic light when she happens to notice Gusteau's cookbook titled, "Anyone Can Cook." We return to Remy, who is extremely sad. He goes to his father to apologize, but instead, his father apologizes to him for misunderstanding him and tells him how proud he is of his son's courage. Then he calls the entire rat colony, and they all gather to help Remy. Suddenly, the health inspector enters the restaurant and is shocked by what he sees. He tries to escape, but Remy's father and a group of rats chase after him, climb onto his car, and manage to stop him. Meanwhile, Remy tells the rest of the rats to get sterilized so they won't contaminate the food. He assigns different teams to different stations in the kitchen. Linguini is amazed when he sees the rats cooking and gets so excited that he jumps into action, delivering dishes to the customers and apologizing for the delay. In the kitchen, Remy supervises all the rats, giving each one advice and tasting the food they prepare. Colette enters and is stunned to see the rats cooking. At that moment, Linguini approaches her and thanks her for coming back. Colette is even more surprised when she learns that Remy wants to serve ratatouille with sauce to Anton Ego. Remy's father and the other rats return, having tied up the health inspector and locked him in the storage room. Remy then begins explaining to Colette how to cook the ratatouille dish. He adds all the necessary ingredients, and once it's ready, Linguini takes it to serve to Anton Ego, and also to Skinner, who is secretly hiding among the customers. As soon as Ego tastes the food, he's instantly transported back to his childhood and remembers how his mother used to make him the same dish. He is overwhelmed by how good it tastes, drops his pen, and continues eating with joy. At that point, Skinner bursts into the kitchen in anger. The rats quickly catch him and throw him next to the health inspector. Ego thanks Linguini for the wonderful meal, but then Linguini reveals he wasn't the one who cooked it. He tells Ego that if he really wants to know who did, he'll have to wait until all the customers leave. Once the restaurant clears out, Linguini and Colette take Anton Ego into the kitchen and introduce him to Remy. They explain everything and how Remy had been cooking the whole time. Although Ego is confused at first, he thanks them for the dinner and leaves. The next day, Ego writes in his review that he had the best meal of his life, from a source no one would ever expect, and that the chef who made it truly amazed him. He finally understood Gusteau's famous motto, "Anyone can cook," declared that Remy was, without a doubt, the best chef in Paris. He promised to return again. Thanks to Anton Ego's article, Gusteau's restaurant regains its 5-star status after having lost it, but sadly, the health authorities shut down the restaurant due to the presence of rats in the kitchen. Later, Linguini and Colette open a brand new restaurant, which becomes a huge success with many customers, including Anton Ego, who now visits regularly just to eat Remy's food. And finally, Remy achieves his dream and becomes the best chef in Paris.